Welcome to another episode on our channel. I am in my work clothes because I'm going to be doing work. So this is a horse. You've seen this figure before. I have a collection of World War II and World War I Axis and Allied powers. This happens to be World War II. A German soldier that I put on a Johnny West Marx horse, a Thunderbolt horse. I got the horse and repainted it, put him on it. Looks great. I thought I would show you how to do a Marx horse. And I looked on eBay for one of the worst horses I could find at the cheapest price I could find. And this is what I came up with. Literally, it cost me about, when I said the other one cost me about $30, I'm pretty sure my memory holds right on that. This one was probably $20. And really, literally a steal in the sense that, maybe $25, that shipping and handling is so expensive these days. But this is a pretty bad horse. It has a missing ear. The tail is broken. I do have the other piece, though. I'm going to have to sand this down, and this as well. So it's been, somebody tried to repair it before, and it's a little wonky, so I need to sand it down and get a better fit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to make an ear for it. And I could either use Magic Sculpt. It has a longer setup time of 24 hours before it hardens. Or I could use Steel Stick, which has a very short setup time. I'm probably going to go with this. Making ears shouldn't be that difficult, I don't believe. So the other thing with these horses is that sometimes there are, in the seams, there is some pulling away in the seams. Up here at the top of the body, there's a little pulling away, and I'll put some of that in that. In this case, I'll probably use the Magic Sculpt to fill that in and smooth it over. But the other thing I'm going to have to do is, these horses weren't exceptionally made well, so you've got seams all over the place. You've got a seam running down the back, on the buttocks, on the underside, on the neck, underneath the chin, on top of the face, on each side of the leg. Each leg, there are seams, and those will have to be sanded down. Once I have the tail on, the ear on, things are sanded nicely, then I will spray it in a color that is basically similar to this. And then I will start touching up the hooves with black. The mane black, the tail black, and the eyes black. And then I'll do a little bit of shading with black, so it's not just black and chestnut brown. There's a little merging of the colors together as we kind of come up the legs. So it has a, I don't know, just a little more polished look. You can see her, right? So that's what I'm hoping to do. So this is just stage one, just showing you what I'm starting with, and I'll show you as I take each step how things are going. And hopefully, if this is something you think you can do, it really isn't that difficult. Just spray paint for the most part. The more meticulous painting will happen with the mane and the tail and the eyes, but it's really not that difficult, to be honest. But if you wanted to customize Marx horses, you could probably take a horse like this and flip it. If you spent $20 for it, or you had a bunch of them lying around at home and you wanted to paint them and flip them, you could probably make some money doing this. We are back, and I've taken the horse and I basically have smoothed it down on where every seam was sticking out, front of the legs, back of the legs, underneath the belly, and so forth. Just smoothed it down to take away those rough edges. Now, there is some splitting. I said that earlier, in terms of where the seams should be. I'll take a little later, I'll take some magic sculpting, mix that together, and just put some over the open seam, fill it in, smooth it out, and then later sand it. There are a couple other rough spots where I'll do that as well. But for the tail, let's move it over a little bit. For the tail, what I want to do is I want to use Clean Weld. It's a JB Weld product. So you just squeeze this out of both cylinders, comes the right amount to mix together. You take a plastic spoon, you just keep mixing it until you get one uniform color. And then when you've got that consistency that you want, instead of using the spoon the right way, like, you're going to feed yourself, you turn it around. And what I do is I scoop a little of that epoxy on there, and then I just take the edge of the spoon and I just kind of put it in here, just around. So it's mostly on the inside of the opening. And then I'll repeat the process with the tail. So again, scoop it in the opposite direction with the spoon, and then just around the insides, scoop it in there. Then you want to put that tail on there, and you want to hold it for about 5 minutes or so. And that should, once it dries, it's really going to be a permanent thing. Somebody tried to repair this at one time. I don't know what they used, but obviously it didn't hold. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do it in front of you, unfortunately, because one of my palms is very sensitive to certain aromas, and she's allergic to a lot of things. I don't want to expose her to this, so I'm going to do this out in the garage. But trust me, you squeeze a little portion out, you stir it up until it's pretty uniform, then you scoop it in the opposite direction and then put it around the opening like that. So you get most of it on the inside of the opening, maybe just a touch on the out, on the where it's going to come into contact with the tail. You repeat it with the tail itself in the opposite direction. Boom, hold it together for about 5 minutes and you should be good to go. So we're going to pause now and get that part done. We are back, and like I said before, all the seams have been sanded down. It is as smooth as butter. Anyway, it's very smooth on all the places where the seams came together, top of the head, the bottom of the head, the chest, the hindquarters, and so forth. So it's been all sanded down. The tail was put together with epoxy, JB Weld. And for extra measure, I use steel stick around the edges here. So this thing is actually going to go nowhere. It's on there really good. I use steel stick to fashion an ear, and I just need to smooth that out a bit more. Use the magic sculpt to seal up the part of the horse that was starting to separate. So I just need to sand that down now. So I need to sand this down, sand the ear down a bit more, and sand the steel stick down a bit more. So it's again as smooth as butter. So we're almost done. So in the next episode, we'll show you with everything sanded down and shaped just the way I want it to be shaped, with the ear especially, and the steel stick around the tail, and of course the front here. And then we'll show you the first paint result, which is chestnut, hopefully chestnut brown. It'll be all chestnut brown. And then I'll paint the mane, the tail, the eyes, and the inner part of the nose black, the hooves as well. And then the last paint job will be a little spraying black up the legs, just slight sprays, and a little on the chest, a little on the hindquarters. And I think then we'll have a pretty decent horse. So I hope you've liked what you've seen so far. Hang in there. You'll be the judge when you see the final product. And hopefully for $20, definitely under $25. I think it was like $22 by the time everything was said and done, from eBay. You'll see a horse that actually looks halfway decent. So I hope you liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.